Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is said to have many saga-wide implications as well as revelations in this film, while also adding in new elements and aspects to the Star Wars franchise that fans have never seen before on the big screen. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 that's really exciting is that we do know that J.J. Abrams really plans to do amazing things for the characters of Rey and Kylo during the third act of the movie to show the conflict between these two characters, while he's actually going to be bringing back the concept of lightsaber duels in Episode 9, something that we did not get to see between the two characters in The Last Jedi, and even between both Kylo Ren and Luke. Now, moving on past all of this, alright, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for this movie. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of both Rey and Kylo Ren, where it's described that they are both hanging on the edge of a cliff during the middle of their lightsaber duel, where a large explosion in the distance causes the environment around them to collapse, where it's said to be a moment in which both Rey and Kylo are making their way up to a cliff to survive. It's described that Rey is the first one to make it, where she grabs her lightsaber that fell on the ground and ignites it and aims it at Kylo, where he is defenseless. It's said that the shot mirrors when Vader tells Luke in The Empire Strikes Back, "You are beaten." Rey is said to place her foot on Kylo's hand, threatening to stomp on it that would cause him to fall, where Kylo is said to give up his lightsaber and tosses it on the ground near Rey, where Rey is said to help Kylo up from the cliff. It's described to be a moment in which Kylo is thought to finally stop fighting. However, Kylo, regardless of Rey helping him, decides to make a surprise attack by force pushing Rey into a nearby pond on the unknown world, where it's said that he now is holding both Anakin's saber and his own. It's described to be a moment where the tables have turned, and Rey is now defenseless on the ground and warning Kylo about going down a darker path. It's described that this is when laughter is heard in the background, where the new villain is said to interrupt the fight between Rey and Kylo, where both Rey and Kylo stand next to each other and watch the new foe, walking closer casually in a black hooded cloak. It's said that this is the entrance of the Dark Acolyte, where the 2-on-1 battle eventually begins. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this, obviously, because this seems like it really is very well put together with how the lightsaber duel is going to transition into the 2-on-1 lightsaber duel against the new foe in Episode 9 known as the Dark Acolyte, who is in fact affiliated with Emperor Palpatine. So the first piece that I do want to go over is, let's not forget here about Kylo Ren's sneaky move against Rey. So there's a sequence that's described in which Kylo Ren and Rey are hanging on the edge of a cliff, where Rey is able to make it up first, and she has the upper hand against Kylo Ren, right? Jokingly, she has the high ground, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And this is the moment in which she places her foot on top of Kylo Ren's hand, and attempts to stomp on it, or threatens to, that would actually cause him to fall in sudden death. And this is where Kylo tosses his lightsaber and makes believe as if he is surrendering to Rey, where she finally helps him up and guides him from the cliff, and he is now next to Rey, and that's where he begins to do that sneaky attack against Rey, where he's able to force push her into a pond of some kind on this unknown world. Now, the sneaky move by Kylo Ren, it sounds like that this is JJ's way of really evolving the character of Kylo, where you're not quite sure exactly what his true intentions really are, multiple times throughout this movie, where you're not quite sure if he's really good, or if he's really turned back to the light side of the Force, where he can make a sneak attack just like that one. So, this is where he actually picks up both Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber and his own, where both of the lightsabers are actually ignited in his hands. And that, to me, is a direct callback to what Anakin Skywalker did in, of course, Revenge of the Sith, where he was actually about to behead Count Dooku. So you can see the similarities and the parallels of what JJ is really trying to put together here in this movie. And let's not forget how this transitions to the entrance of the new foe, also known as the Dark Acolyte in this movie. So in case you guys did not know, the new villain is in fact associated with Emperor Palpatine in some way, shape, or form. We've heard that the spirit of Sidious is going to be used, alongside with this new villain in Episode 9, hinting that this new villain is actually powered by the spirit of Sidious. So the one piece that I would like to go over is how it's described that they hear laughter in the background. Now, I have no doubt that the laughter that they hear probably is going to be that of Emperor Palpatine, if the spirit of Sidious truly is going to be in this movie. So, like I say, guys, I'm very excited to see, what the regular lightsaber duel is going to look like in this film, as well as the flash fights between both Rey and Kylo Ren, and the conflict between these two characters and where everything is going to go. I think that JJ, really needs to knock this out of the park in order to make it feel truly authentic and feel very real between these two characters that were created by J.J. Abrams to begin with in The Force Awakens, that he's now ending with Episode 9. So it really is a big task for him to really get this done and down correctly in order to satisfy a lot of fans around the world. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Thank you.